Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be doing the next part in this Gibson was a J-45, I think, anniversary edition. And let's see. So this is the bridge that was on it, and it's a rare two-piece acoustic bridge, which we don't really know exactly why or what was done other than it was shaved down. This was glued to the top. Saddles definitely wasn't in the same position as the original was. Not sure why all this was done, but it was done very poorly. So we checked and see if this one will fit, which is a pre-made. I think it's a StuMac or all parts or whatever. And of course, the string spacing on this is way far off. So can't use that. And plus it wouldn't cover up all the destruction. It might, well, no, because we're going to match the holes that are at the top. I was just thinking to myself for a second there. Because they had hacked in the side of the neck a little bit, it might be beneficial to have a narrower string spacing, but I don't really want to plug and re-drill the holes completely in the top and the bridge plate now, so let's not do that. So I had to make a new one out of raw materials. That's this thing here. It's in the last video, me making it. I might do a independent video of just the making and polishing part. I like making bridges. It's kind of fun. I pretty much just eyeball everything till I get it down to the last bit. And this one I basically made, here, let's flip it over. I use this one to kind of trace it, the imprint, and just, I kept the fat Sharpie line was my extra, my oversized, and it looked like it worked out pretty good. Let's get the guitar. We'll see what's going on with that. All right, it's over here on the stand. Yeah, all right. Guys, work order out again. You guys don't need to see that. All right, come on out of there. And what we did here, and I'm going to explain it, shop was really loud yesterday when I was putting this together, but this is something one of the techs here, Doug, showed me. He calls it cold clamping, and basically what you do is you take a block and put it up against the bridge plate or whatever area you want to move with a pretty damp, not quite soaking paper towel or rag or something, and I try to use the hottest water I can stand, and take flat something and clamp down the spot that is giving you the issues. And quite often you get very good results. So this thing was definitely doing a little bit of a tilt forward. This guitar's had a rough life so far, so I'm going to try to correct as much as we can, as efficiently as we can. So yeah, this has been drying up overnight, and I'm going to pull it off, see how much it's changed. I might just leave it again and pick up this video the next day and just put out something else today. Not that it'll matter in the order of what you guys see it, but often if it hasn't moved a lot, I might re-wet it or just let it sit for another day. Anyway, let's see what it looks like. I'll put you guys up in the holder. Pause. All right, let's get these out of here. And if I were doing this just to make the top flatten out, I would definitely let it sit for another little while. But if it's moved enough to where I want it, I'm just going to be clamping that bridge back down again. So it'll get another solid couple of days of clampage. That bridge is a big flat chunk of wood, so it will also help with this. These Ibex clamps are great. I use these for pretty much every bridge reglue. A little tip. If any of you have done this, you'll notice that sometimes on either side, it'll try to walk off the brace. You take some super glue and just lightly glue a piece of very coarse preferably that cloth back, like an old sanding belt there. It'll keep this from walking off the side of the brace. You're welcome. Okay, there we go. So I have that sandpaper on either side. It definitely helps. Tailors. Try to get a tailored bridge clamp on this side. Those of you that don't use the Stumac thingamajig. Let's see, right? So it's still a little damp. But let's see. Yeah, that helped. That definitely helped. This was a very wavy kind of thing going on here, and I want to bring back some. Yeah, all right. I think we'll be okay to continue with the actual repair side of it. That moved definitely, yeah, flattened it right. I don't know if you guys can see, but it definitely put a nice, even, I mean, it should have a certain bit of arc. And yeah, you can actually feel where the block wasn't back here. You can feel there's a bump there, and then it gets less over the bridge, which is how I want it. You know, let's get these out of our way, but I don't need to put them away yet. Might need them in a minute. Okay. So let's see. So pretty much covers up all the, let's give it a little before and after. There's that. This is what it was. And then we use this one. It still wouldn't quite cover up some chips and chunks around the edges. And again, the spacing would be off. There we go. I don't think it's going to look too silly, right? Way better than this. Want it to sit pretty flat already. That's good. What I'll do is once I figure out where this is going to go, I'll lay down some tape, clean off that area. This finish is pretty thick. I may even I don't like to dig into the top, but I might take this finish down a little bit. Yeah, especially these, I don't know what the heck they did here, but all of this, you know, I can feel a ridge around this entire thing, so that'll be real hard to get a good tight joint there. So yeah, we're gonna have to put down tape and trace this out and really go nuts getting it right down to the wood. Oh goody. All right, let's so I gotta figure out, I mean, it looks all right there, but I gotta figure out how to transfer the holes up and in, holes well to the bottom of this so I can drill out the holes. How am I gonna do that? Let's figure out, we have a center line here. Let's figure out our center line. Is our center line here in between the holes centered? No, because why stick to a center line, Gibson? Yeah, it's slightly, I think, it's hard to see. I think it's kicked slightly sideways. That's okay. We can just use our micrometer on this. Get it all lined up to where it should be, like that. And how much space? Okay, so we got to get it right up to that spot. Okay. Let's find our center line on this. That's probably a better idea. Let's do a little bit of measuring, huh? I don't usually measure much, but... Oop, I need more tape. Okay, is that too wide? Let's do this. I didn't need this much tape. All right, what's he doing? Don't worry, Didn't go anywhere. So we're going to use this. This is a very handy tool for guitar building or teching. A long center roll. These things aren't so easy to come by. So if you find one, snag it. It is very, very handy when doing things like this. This makes it a lot easier to find the center of something. So that's what, 3/16 there, 3/16 there. Cool. So we're going to mark a center right there. And then also up here. Come on. Why do you have to move on me? Where are we? Okay. Put that back down. Nice. Don't you move. All right. Okay, that's good. So I'm gonna put down some tape on the guitar. Can I do that and make a center line on that? It's kind of hard to see it back here. Try to make sure it's as lined up as possible. Stick to me. That is not making it easy with that side like that. Hold on. Let me modify my tape. There we go. I need to see the edge of the bridge. All right. Let's see how close I was. I was just eyeballing it. All right, we were pretty close. Still are. All right, that looks pretty good. What do you think? What do we think? All right. You guys, you see it there? How's it look through the... All right, that looks pretty centered there. So I need to reach in there and transfer some markings for the bridge pins. I don't want to do that. All right, hold on one sec. I need can a marker get in there? And that'll be really kind of awkward. All right. Hold on. Pause. Okay, so found myself a little stubby pencil. I'm gonna reach in there and take my watch off so I don't get bump things and get things caught. All right, let's see what we can get with this. Trying to find out. There's one. I think that was the outside, yep. I can get all of them. I think this was, if it was new, I would, come on you, did I move it? I think I moved it just a little bit. Oh, come on. I did too. All right, we're back on the center line. Why? Oh. I was trying to push hard to make sure it'll transfer because it's dark markings on a dark piece of wood. It's hard to see. And I was pushing up too hard and it bumped it just a little bit. Well, let's see what we got. If it looks terrible, I can just erase it. All right, let's see what we got. All right, that doesn't look so bad. How does that relate to where this one lands? Okay. That would be there. Yeah, that looks okay. It's pretty even to the back and to the sides. And I'm just kind of looking, yeah, looking, lines up with the bridges center, from what I can see. Cool. And we're going to use this one also as kind of like a guide, just because this was the original factory bridge. There we go. That does look like it lines up. The two outside ones are the important ones. All right, that's what we needed. Those were the important. Okay. Oh, and I can use this to adjust it a little bit, so I can make it a little more. And again, it was kicked sideways a little bit. Let's do that. Oof, look at, why would you do that? All right. That looks good to me. I like it. All right. So let's mark these holes. Something better than pencil. Find a, do I have a centering? Boy, I had one. I had a centering punch somewhere. Hold on, let me go look for that. Hold on, pause. Okay, so now what I have done is I've got that where I lined up where I like it. It's in the vise, being held, and I have found a drill bit that is the same size as the holes. So I'm going to use the two outside hole. Well, we'll see how it looks. I think these look pretty good. Yeah, maybe I'll just mark them all just like that, and hopefully it'll line up. So how I'm going to do that is with incoming Bosch. Use the Bosch here, and I'm going to go backwards. Actually, I'm just going to use this as like a, just to make an imprint in it. I'm going to use a drill press to go through because I don't trust myself with a hand drill. So I was going backwards there just to make an imprint for later. The reason I'm doing it this way is because if I try to just cut through right now, even though this thing's kind of guiding me, it'd be so easy for this thing to wander. I mean, it'd be almost impossible not to. And it's just one of those things where if it's too far off, you're going to see it, and it doesn't look good. Let's see what that got us. Oh yeah, that should. There we go. So we have our marks, and they look pretty good. That end one might be. I might have to adjust this one a little bit down. This hole got a little rounded out, but we can work with that. Okay, let's go back to the drill press, and we will get this thing. We'll get some holes drilled. All right, hold on, pause. Okay, so we've got our drill press set up here. Get that out of the way, and it's always good to have something supporting under whatever you're drilling into. You know, if you want to try to avoid chips. Also, it's taped on the other side. That does help. I'm not so worried about a few chips in the back. No one will ever see it. So how we do this is I kind of just gently put if you give it just gentle pressure and move it backwards, it'll kind of self-center. Just, you know, mess with it a couple of times. It'll try to walk itself in the right spot. And then, I know, everything should be clamped down and each shot clamp, I know, but that's what we're doing. We're going. Okay. All right, here's one. And same deal, we're gonna just gently kind of let it find the center there. All right, I think we're good. That one. Okay, onward. What do you guys think? Am I doing this all wrong? Probably. That's the wrong way to do it. Okay, I think I like it. Next. All right, good. See how it like moved it to center? There we go. Come on. There we go. I like that. Okay. Last one. Where we want you. Okay. Good. I think we're good. Let's go. Let's see how close we got. Well, it won't be 100% perfect, but it'll be as close as it was factory. Now, we're going to leave this set up here for a second, as we are going to get a countersink for right here, right now. Well, this is right here, right now. So hold on, pause. All right, so here is something that a lot of guys wait until last minute to do or don't do, and it's why a lot of handmade bridges look kind of handmade, not quite like factory done. You need to countersink your holes. So same idea as before. Get that relatively centered. All of these tend to self-center very easily. And here we go. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to bring this down to that spot, keep pressure on it, and there's a dial over here where I can make a stopping point for the drill press. So that's what I did. So now, look, see, it stops right there. What that does is lets us make sure all these are the exact same. Know what I mean? Go. Nice. All right. It's looking better. Yes, make sure you countersink. I may not have got that last one. The bridge might be slightly small, shorter on that side. Alright, I got it. Just need a different angle. Cool. Now those are all professional looking. Alright, let's go back to the bench. Pause. Alright, let's see. Moment of truth. Let's get this. Ooh, oh yeah. Nailed it. Look at that. Look at that. Ah, perfect. Perfect. You guys see that? Nice. Almost like I knew what I was doing. It's getting real close. One of these days. Okay. So I'll probably give that a little bit of a, we'll sand that with some 1000 grit or something and rebuff it. And let's see. Now though, I can use this and some pins, and they're not going to fit correctly yet. They're not going to go in. I don't want them to. Nice, look at that. Okay, good. It's just how I want this to come out. So there's still room to taper the holes. And all right. And let's get some tapage. Where's my tape? Bring my tape over here. Check out my tape dispenser. This thing weighs like, it's like solid cast iron. Weighs like 15 pounds. It's great. Found it at a thrift store. All right. Anyway, stop looking at my tape dispenser. Oh, come on. Let's de-sticky this stuff a little bit. Who knows what this finish actually is, and I don't really want to pull up chunks of it. So I'm just sticking this in my shirt a few times. Make it a little less sticky. There we go. There. And de-sticky the tape. Ooh, yeah, this stuff's pretty rugged. Okay. Get a wider piece for the front because I'm gonna have to cut it. Oh, come on. Why do you gotta do that, tape? Okay. Pull this off. And we'll go like that. That doesn't need to be that long. That's what she said. Okay, let's go to there. And I will trace that out with my nice fat sharp one of these. Oh, people are here. Going quiet. Thought I heard people. Maybe not. I don't know. Very carefully trace this. Also helps to score the finish up here. You just gotta be careful not to have your razor blade walk up the side of your bridge and try to slice off a chunk. I've done that. I always do it a couple of times. Okay. Now we're also going to lightly trace the back, just if the finish were to crack or anything when I'm scraping. Whoops, bumped you guys. Then scoring it will keep it from continuing past the bridge, and it just gives you another line to follow. And I pulled the bridge forward just a little bit intentionally, just so it's slightly under. Okay, now we can get this piece. Move. There we go. And we can see where our new bridge is going to sit. I like it. It looks pretty even. It's covering up just about all the ugly. And I think it's gonna make it. Let me get a sharper blade. This is not very sharp. These are great, but they break quickly. All right, hold on. Pause. Okay. Sharper blade. Go. Yeah, these X-Acto knife is one of those essential guitar repair tools. And it's worth it to get the one that's, whoops, there we go, get the one that's a little nicer. This one's like a metal handled one. The cheap ones break at the worst times. Okay. Now, I'll probably time lapse this. I'm just going to chisel all this stuff out. And now somebody's definitely here, so catch you later.